I Am Refocused Radio is brought to you by Documation, service that serves. Technology solutions to keep you moving forward. Visit nation.com today. You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shemaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shemaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and we have a special guest, Miss Nicole Weider. She's going to be talking about Switch. If you don't know about that movie, you're about to know right now. So I want to just talk to Miss Nicole today because this is a big thing that's going on for you. And I just want to say, first of all, welcome to the show, I Am Refocused Radio.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Yes, ma'am. Second of all, and tell us a little bit about this movie.
I'm so excited to share. So Switched, my new movie, comes out today on demand at home. You can watch it on Amazon Video, Apple TV. And this movie is great for today's day and age because it's a family-friendly movie. And we all know about, a lot of the shows that are coming out of Hollywood are, not appropriate and they're not inspiring. But Switched is inspiring, and it's a family-friendly movie, and it's fun. And it's about two teen girls in high school, and one's the girl who's the bully, and the other girl is the girl who gets bullied. But what happens is they end up switching places because the girl who's bullied makes a prayer that the popular girl would know what it's like to walk a day in her shoes. And so God, they switch bodies. And so it's kind of fun to watch the movie from both women's perspectives. And the movie's about loving your neighbor. And, it has a really strong anti-bullying message, which is really needed for young people today, as you can probably assume.
And speaking of young people, why do you think this movie is so important for them, especially right now?
So it's so important because, like I said, there are so many harmful messages that are coming out from a lot of other shows and movies. It's all about sexual content and swearing and drinking and violence. And this movie that I'm in and I helped produce has none of that. It's wholesome, but it's also fun. It's a fun movie, and there's also some comedic scenes. So it's definitely something that young people and teenagers will still enjoy. And also, it's great for parents to watch with their kids too. So I hope every listener listening right now orders the movie because I guarantee you will love it.
And once again, this is I Am Refocused Radio talking to Miss Nicole Weider and the amazing movie Switched. You can go to switchmovie.com and make sure you go get it like right now after the interview, of course. But another question for the young people, especially girls, what would you tell them, especially words of wisdom for those who are struggling with comparison?
I would say, it's very hard because more and more people are on social media, especially young people. And I would say focus on, posting inspiring content and content that helps people because, if a young woman is all about selfies or, pictures about herself, it's like that's not going to fulfill her at the end of the day. When you focus on God, that is the most inspiring because God is the one who he created us for his purpose. And so I know what it's like because I once was lost. I once was a model, but ever since I gave my life to Jesus, my life has transformed for the better. And so I just encourage young people to know that their worth is in God and not in, how many social media followers they have or whatnot.
And what do you think the audience response will be to this story?
I think people will really relate to the characters because I'm sure we've all dealt with mean girls or mean people in high school. It's a good message because it shows what it's like from different people's perspectives, and moms can relate to it. I think some dads can because it talks about social media pressures. A really fun, family-friendly movie.
And you're also playing a character in Switch.
Yes.
Tell us about your character.
I'm playing a magazine editor in the movie, and my character is sort of, I don't want to say superficial, but she kind of is because she wants the popular mean girl to be on the cover of the magazine, and my character only cares about her fame and her, followers, and what happens is the mean girl ends up realizing that she doesn't want to be a mean girl anymore. But at first I'm upset. I'm like, well, I don't want you to be doing that. I want you to still, have your blog where it's, making fun of people. So my character sort of at first only cares about the superficial things, but at the end, she realizes, Katie Sharp, that's the Mean Girls character. Katie Sharp can still be on the cover of the magazine while doing something good instead.
And what's amazing about this film is that it's out already. So by the time you finish with this interview, you can go get it and watch it and have fun with your friends and family at the comfort of your home. SwitchMovie.com is the place to go. And real quick, when you were in part of this film, everyone always has their favorite scene. So what was Nicole's favorite scene?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say the favorite scene that I'm in is the photo shoot scene, because Katie Sharp, the popular girl, it's the girl who's bullied in her body, so she doesn't really know how to move in the photo shoot. She's like awkward. She's like putting her phone up in front of the camera because she's not like the mean girl, so she doesn't really know how a photo shoot works. So it's kind of funny. We're like kind of trying to direct her and her mom. Her mom is played by Denise Richards, and so Denise Richards is like, Katie, do it this way. So that was the photo shoot scene was really fun. But the movie, I love the whole thing.
And those who have this burning question right now, I gave you the website, SwitchMovie.com, but where else can they find this movie?
They can find Switched on Amazon Prime Video. It's also available on Apple TV or Vudu, or it's available basically on every streaming service that you subscribe to, but especially, I think the easiest thing is Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV.
Once again, we have been talking to Miss Nicole Weider. And first of all, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to I Am Refocused Radio. But with the moments we have left on the show, those who are looking up to people like you, the creatives, who are pushing their dreams, pushing their goals, and making things happen, what words of wisdom will you give out to the other creatives who aspire to be like you?
Thank you. I have so much advice. I would say, two quick things. I would say journal about your thoughts and refer back to your journal, and also make a plan about what your goals are. Write it down, and don't be afraid to reach out to people who are doing what you want to do. And it's all about collaboration. So, for instance, I couldn't do this movie on my own, but I met these Christian filmmakers at a women's Bible study. So you have to go outside of your comfort zone in order to meet like-minded people. And don't be afraid to email people, on IMDb. If you want to be a filmmaker or producer or screenwriter, don't be afraid to go on IMDb Pro and see who's doing what movies, and, submit your work to them or ask to collaborate. There's no harm in asking, and I would say just to go for it and just to reach out to people.
Once again, this is I Am Refocused Radio, and two more websites I want you to know. SwitchMovie.com. That's SwitchMovie.com. And also, Nicole Weider, if you want to learn more about what she's doing, there's also a big website, ProjectInspired.com. That's ProjectInspired.com. If you want to learn more about Miss Nicole Weider and what she's doing in her amazing career, I suggest you go watch this movie and check out the website I just told you. And once again, Miss Nicole, thank you so much for talking to I Am Refocused Radio.
Thank you for having me on your show. It's my pleasure. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to I Am Refocused Radio, brought to you by Documation. Documation is a full-service technology solutions company that provides IT, print, and software managed services. Headquartered in San Antonio, Documation has been serving customers across Texas for nearly 30 years. Visit Mation.com today.